While summer has ended, and it is getting pretty chilly if you live in Northeast PA, first day of fall dropped 20 degrees. Love it. So we're going to take you back to summer with our next review. Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional, and this is Dave from Nerdbox, and I'm accompanied by my wife, Jen, also from Nerdbox. And on this episode of 31 Days of Halloween, we are talking about Bloody Summer Camp. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
Camp Trustfall is open for business because it's summer in that movie. Counselors and staff gather to begin preparation for a new summer season when, you guessed it, one by one someone goes missing. Only rather than panic, camp directors try to gloss over the missing staff members at first so not to force the camp to shut down.
As we always say here, by supporting our channel, you get an opportunity to learn about independent films that you may not have heard of, and some of the ones that are so under the radar but are so damn good. So this is one of them, and we featured the crew from Bloody Summer Camp early on in our show's history when we were still known as Women of Horror. We had them on Donna Jean's Coffee House of Horror to talk about the GoFundMe or Indiegogo campaign that they were running at the time to get this movie completed. Not only do we have films like this, but the movie like Driven by Glenn Payne. We have the movie Scream Test with Felissa Rose, which is really funny.
Yes.
We've talked about Terrifier 2 3 years ago, and Friday the 13th, Vengeance, Bloodlines 2 by Jason Brooks. So, we need you to help us help them. Subscribe if you're watching the video, because you have a chance to win this box of Strawberries and Scream signed by Matthew Lillard and David Arquette when we hit 5,000 subscribers. So once we get there, we will be giving this away to one lucky subscriber. And every video that hits 100 likes and 100 comments, you'll have a chance to win a prize. And they're pretty cool. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this film, which is brought to you by Dave Kerr from Slasher 15 Productions. It features Felissa Rose, Dave Sheridan, and a host of other people that are in this film. But there are two people that kind of stole the movie for me. One of them is Brendan Lynch, who is the chunky version of Ryan Reynolds from Just Friends. He plays Donnie. I loved every moment that this character was on screen. Needed more of him, and there's just so many cool lines that he doesn't say but are said at him. Fuck off, Donnie! Yeah, so really like this character. He was the guy in the wheelchair, so if you haven't seen this movie, it's on Tubi and it's on in a couple other streaming platforms that will be in the description. The other one is Michael McGlynn. As Roger, who was a little bit like Shaggy. Yeah. Another character that was extremely funny in this film. I enjoyed those two characters the most. Mm-hmm. Not saying that the other people were bad in the film, but those two stood out. I love their performances in this movie. And let's talk about it. So this is a slasher film, a slasher comedy film. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Club Dread.
Yeah. Well, we said that when we were watching it, that it kind of had those vibes to it. So.
It has, and I confirmed this with Dave, a little influence by the movie Waiting, because we see some cool kitchen scenes in this. Mm-hmm. So what did you think about this one?
I really enjoyed this film. I mean, I didn't know what to think going into it, right? Because we're back at a summer camp again. Like, how many times can this be done? And also, I mean, I think you'll remember the last time Felissa Rose was in a summer camp movie. It did not end well. So...
Well, that was the first time. She's been back.
Okay, oh, I'm sorry. The first time. It kind of traumatized me. So, that's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
So, I didn't really know what to think. But obviously, I was in to watch it. I love Felissa Rose. I love Dave Sheridan. We've met them, and they're great people. Super funny, super nice. So obviously, I was going to watch it. But this movie was hilarious. I laughed the entire time. And it was like stupid funny. But sometimes you need that.
Yes.
Right? Especially in the world the way it is today. Sometimes you just need some stupid funny.
Yep. Has a cool slasher in there, so that's awesome. And now, while we didn't get a chance to contribute to the campaign while it was going on because of COVID screwing a lot of things up, for us as well, I've had the opportunity to buy some cool things from them, t-shirts and mugs. So I really enjoyed this film. And I'm glad that I really enjoyed this film, because I would have bought the stuff and then I would have watched it and like, oh, this is just, damn it.
Yeah, especially since we have a mug that's signed.
Almost by everybody in the film.
Yeah, so that would have really sucked.
So if you're looking for a slasher film, but you want some comedy, you want something a little bit lighter, this is the one that you want to check out because it is entertaining. And I have to say it, Felissa Rose, every film that we've seen her in recently, she just kills it. She is on another level right now when she is in these films. She's just hitting it, man. A+ performances in anything that she does, whether it's serious or comedy. She's just amazing. Yeah,
she's super believable in any of the roles that she's been in recently. I mean, this one, I loved her in Terrifier too. She's definitely the teacher I would have been afraid of.
Yeah. So now we watched the extended version, so I don't know what is going to be trimmed out from the regular edition that may be available. But there are just some scenes that are just pretty damn amazing. And I think some of them may go over some people's heads because this is based in the 80s.
Yeah.
So you got that retro feel in it, but you also have a lot of those references to the 80s. So if you may not know who Blair and Tootie is.
If you didn't grow up in the 80s. Yeah, so we're old. We were born in the 70s, so the 80s were our childhood. Okay, the late 70s. Jeez.
That's better.
We were born in the late 70s.
Way to date us, Jesus.
Okay, well, I think your gray hair dates us pretty well. I'm just saying.
Do you see how many women dye their hair gray now? All ages?
Well,
this could be dyed.
It's usually the younger women that do it, because if an older woman, she doesn't really have to dye her hair gray.
Anyways,
I'm just saying, I only have like 10 gray hairs, so.
Well, I have 3 women I live with.
Whose fault is that?
Anyway, if you're looking for a slasher film but you want a comedy, this is one to check out. I would say pair it up with Club Dread and Final Girls. Triple feature, that is just going to be pure fun. And you can put them in any order. Usually I try to say, all right, watch this one first, this one second, this one third. Because if you watch the best one first, then the other 2 aren't as good. Because, you're on that high, and then it's like, oh. But this here, you can mix the order. Anyway, you're going to enjoy it. You can even toss in Freaky.
Yeah.
So, go and check out this film. Amazing job that the cast did. Dave Kerr did an excellent job. And it's a good slasher film. So...
yeah, it is.
And
definitely check it out.
It's won some awards, so it's worth checking out, as she said. So, until tomorrow's episode...
I have to like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Alright, and then before we go, don't forget to...
like, subscribe, and share.
Help us get to 5,000 subscribers, please. And we'll give you stuff. So, until...
Okay, now you sound like a creepy, grabber.
I do want that mask. Until tomorrow's episode, see you.